Hi, it's Sue. Welcome back to my channel today, where, as you can see, I am working on the Dephemerember prompt list. And it's the very first one. So the prompt is opening. Stand that there. And I thought I'd try something a bit different for me anyway. I'm hoping this journal will be full of slightly different things for me. And you can see I've got my little crafting buddy here. He's here to help, give advice. I better stand him out of the way of the glue. And here's a few of his friends. I actually cut these using the silhouette, and I'm hoping to use them throughout this journal. So I'm going to pop those back there. Right. Now, because there aren't that many prompts, and I'm not sure, if you look at the prompt list, though it goes to day 28, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, about 17 prompts there. So it's not going to be a particularly big journal unless I fill in these days. And I was thinking I might do a bit of jiggery pokery here and have mix it up a bit, because I did buy the digital kit from Barbara. I don't buy them so often these days, but I love this. I love all the mushrooms and the blues and this colour here, which is kind of my journal, in my journal cover, sort of, kind of. So yeah, I thought this would be nice. So I'm going to use this image today, and because at the size of my journal, I have sort of scaled these down a bit to fit. That actually fits more or less a double page. But here you can see I've got a scrap. This is from one of my, I think it was a Canon printer book. And I don't use that printer. I've still got it, but I don't use it. So I thought I'm going to use some of the pages for collage and probably for gluing. But these front and back pages are a reasonable thickness, and I thought doubled over they would make quite a good page. And there you can see I've got 5 inches, 2 for 5, 5 by 7. If you look at my pages here, I think my page is going to be about 5.5. So, you know, that's fine. I don't mind. As long as they're no bigger than 5.5, that's good for me. Okay, so this was the page I printed. And you can see I'm going to use this piece. And if you look at it, this is actually printed onto a linen type paper. It's I think it's an 80 gram weight, so that's fine for, you know, sort of covering over or sitting on top. I mean, you wouldn't use it on its own per se. But it's another of Barbara's collections. It's called the Twilight Tales, and I picked up the collage sheet, the collage collection. This is collage sheet number 2, and it's lovely. Again, all my colours. I'm going to use that. We'll see that in a moment. So let me just make sure that I've got this right. Yep. So I'm going to glue this to the background. So there we are, that's attached. And we might do just a bit of inking, whoops, at the top. Not going to worry about anywhere else at the moment. So that is my background piece. And then what I want to do is center this. So that's 5.5. So what am I looking at? 2 3/4 being the center. 2 3/4. So the center, and I'm going to mark it. Because I'm notorious at not getting things straight. So 2 3/4 is there, which works out nice because that's the center of that image, or that part of the image. And I'll mark it down at the bottom there too. And this piece is going to sit over here. And I've already marked the center. And what I've got here is a zip. Okay, so I thought that through. I cut this piece in half. This is my zipper, and I want it's actually just the right height going up to the top there. So what I plan to do is to glue each side onto my zipper like this, not too close. Okay, sorry if you can hear the lawnmower. All the rain we've had, the grass is growing while you watch it. So the boss is out cutting grass today, in between the rain showers. Okay. So the zipper will fit sort of like that. Now, I have to tell you, this is not my idea. I'm following an idea from Natasha of Treasure Books. And I loved it when I saw it. I thought, oh yeah, that would be really nice. As soon as I saw this prompt, I thought this would be great. So one of the things she said was that if you're worried about the glue showing through, to use some double-sided tape on the zipper. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do it from the top, and I'll do it one side at a time. And I'm just using art glitter glue for this. Okay, there we go, pop those out of the way. And let's get the double-sided. This is Express It double-sided glue, so it's quite a good one. And I'm going to put that right on the edge there. And I'm going up to the top, although I don't really need to, because I'm going to turn that top piece under at some stage. So there's a bit of glue on there. Now I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put the glue down at this edge. I guess if you were really worried, you'd leave the backing on your double-sided tape and just add the glue to the backing. But this paper isn't too light, so I'm hoping with the art glitter glue it should work well. Okay. I want a bit of the black to show, and I'm going to try and get it as straight as I can. There we go. There we go. So there you go, the zip is attached and it will open and close. And my plan is to have it opening to about that point there. Right, but for now we'll zip it up, and I need to cut this now to my 5.5 inches. So bear in mind that that is the middle. I need 2 3/4 on either side. Are you playing along with this? Here we go. Dephemerember. I'll get it. I'll probably get it by the end of December. Yes, are you playing along? I know Liz from Buttons for Brains is playing, and I'm sure her journal's going to be wonderful. She uses old book pages and all sorts, so it'll be very inspiring, I feel. She's a brave woman. All right, 2 3/4. And I think she did a scrap swap with somebody too, which is nice because you get to play with other people's ideas. All right, so that should now be the size of my card front. I'm going to put a bit more glue on there because I don't think I glued that one right to the top. And what I need to do is turn these back. So get rid of that. Turn them back. And to glue this back, I'm going to use fabric glue. I think I'm going to sew around here. I'm not going to sew down here, but I think I will sew around there. So I might just trim that off. Oh dear, let's hope I don't regret it. Okay, that's it for now. So that will sit over this piece, like so. And the zip will come down. I'm thinking to about there. And I'm going to turn it back. So what I need to do now is cover the inside. And I thought for this I would use some pattern tissue. And I don't mind if it's scrunched up a bit either. See what I mean? Just over here. So what I'm going to do is move that out of the way, and that, and I'm going to take a piece off and we'll use some art glitter glue along the fabric of the zip. That's one side, and the other. So you're not going to see much of the inside, probably just at the top. So, you know, that's why I'm not overly fussed. I didn't want to put another piece of fabric, another piece of paper. If this had been printed on the other side, I'd have probably got away without, you know, if it was double-sided, I would have got away without doing this probably, but that's fine. If you'd wanted it to go straight, it would have been all over the place, but because I wanted a few crinkles in it, it's gone down pretty flat. Never mind. Okay, so the edges can be trimmed off. Now we want to add it to our background. So for this, I might again use some double-sided tape down each side. And I'm going to sew. So this will hold the top in place while I sew. There we are. Now I'm going to go and sew this. There's the inside. And I'll probably have it open to about that point there. Okay, so here we go. It's all been sewn around, and I actually sewed across the top before I did anything else. Just a line of stitching. It helps just keep those layers together. And I zigzagged across and in towards the center. Obviously I couldn't go all the way across. And I've turned this back a bit like collars, so you get to see that little flower there. And what I thought was I gathered some more tissue paper, pattern paper, and I was thinking I might put this across the bottom and use one of my little Ephys, and I can't decide whether to stand him up a bit. I think I might. So I've also got a little sentiment here. Let the journey begin. First of all, let's get some art glitter glue across the bottom. Now I'm going to glue this onto a piece of cardboard, just so that it stands proud. That will go there. And now, Ephy, I think definitely we need to pop this up. And what I did with this, I print and cut this little image, and then I did another cut in just plain white card. So if you can see, these are all little cutouts just to pop behind, so that if I put them on the page without this cardboard, they still are quite chunky. They still look quite good. So I'm going to stand him, I think, about there. There we go. Obviously I inked all around both these pieces. So that's the front done, and that's enough decorating, I think, for me. I mean, you could add more if you felt so inclined. Get rid of those tail end pieces. Now the back is plain, and originally I was going to double over that and it would have been clear. So I'm going to have to adhere this, I think, to some more paper. I'm not sure quite what I'm going to do. So I'll just pop that there for now. That's basically how we're looking. Put the zip up a bit more. And to go in, we've made a pocket basically. To go in that pocket, I've got a very simple tag made with the rest of this paper. And if you remember, it's printed to the linen type cardstock, 80 gram, I think, cardstock. So what I've done is I've sandwiched some book page and a piece of tea-dyed copy paper to the back of this, just to give it a bit more sturdiness. But you can, plenty of room for journaling on the back of there, and after all, we are making ephemera, so, you know, it's quite good to have a space to write on each of these pages. That's going a bit over the top. I do, however, somewhere, got a little bit of bling. We could add a bit of bling along the bottom here. Maybe up that way. What do we think? 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 5. And I'm just using the art glitter glue again to the back of each of these sparkly pieces. There we go. And what I did, I punched a hole in the top. I've cut one of the blue flowers from this piece and just added it to the top, so that once that's inside the pocket, and I'm being a bit careful so as I don't lose those gems, you actually see a bit of blue in there as well. And that's it. Now, got to decide what to put on the back, so I'll just go and sort that out and I'll be back. So I turned the camera off and found some tea-dyed paper, and I've added that to the back, and because I'd already stitched, I've just cut it to fit sort of within that stitching line. And you can see I've fussy cut one of the mushrooms and added that to the back as well. There's still plenty of space there for journaling if need be. I'm adding reinforcers to each of these pages. So I've added those, and if we turn it over, you can see I did do a bit more on the front cover, or the front of this pocket page. Reinforcers, of course. I've added some bling to match that I put on the journal card to the front here. Did I do anything else? Oh, I've added a charm, 2 charms. I've added a little owl and a key, and that's on the pull, the zip pull. So I've added that, and then when is enough? I couldn't resist. I added Dephemerember 2023 over the front of the journal card, and there's a bit of gold cord here over some book page. Left the back perfectly clear. That's clear for journaling. So yeah, that was my completed page for the first prompt for Dephemerember, and the prompt was opening. I hope you like this. It's a bit different for me, and hopefully I can keep up with the slightly different pieces for this journal. Thanks so much for spending time with me. I hope if you're playing along, you're enjoying the process. And please, if you don't already, consider a like and subscribing. That would be excellent. Okay, until tomorrow, I guess. See you then. Bye.